From the Jackson Rec Department, Mason Kaiser. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
Good, Mason. How are you?
Oh, good. Wearing my shorts today, feeling good.
Yeah.
As soon as the calendar hits spring, I'm like, you know what? I'm done with pants. We're going shorts.
It's short season, which means youth sports, sports coming up. What's first on tap?
First up top is youth soccer. Registration ends this week. Okay. So I'm actually really excited. My first fall, I was a little nervous, kind of.
You're always nervous.
I know. I'm nervous for no reason, apparently. But
everything goes well.
But I think I have to remain nervous to kind of keep myself centered. So nervous going into it, with the fall being my first big activity. But now I'm ready to grow it, ready to see what it looks like in the spring, and then hopefully just continuing on and growing from there.
So when does it actually start? Like when does practice start?
Practice starts, I had the date in my head. Each coach determines their practice. Okay. So it'll be not the following week, but the week after, but the games start the 29th.
Okay.
And youth soccer in Jackson is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Talk about the amount of kids, the amount of teams.
So in the fall, we were looking at between 750, 800 kids.
Whoa.
Kindergarten usually is our biggest because we just everybody plays together. Yeah. No boys, no girls team, just to kind of get everybody on the field. We had 20 some teams for kindergarten, and each one.
Wow.
Yeah, each team from first and second grade, we were probably between 15 and 20. It tapers off a little bit, obviously, with the competing sports, the travel sport, the travel soccer, everything like that. But we're still double-digit teams for each sport, and we're talking when we get into the first and second. That's when we separate boys and girls teams. Yeah. And we're still talking double-digit teams for that as well.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited. I think this is going to be a great fall or a great spring.
So you've been here for a minute. What's your favorite part about the Jackson community?
Oh gosh, the kids. I know that just sounds like such a cliche answer for this, but you can go out and all the kids are coming. I'm a very recognizable guy. You can't miss me in a crowd. Sure. And all the kids are starting to know who I am, so they come running up to me like, hey, you did this, and I'm like, yeah, I remember you. And they're like, wait, you really do? And I was like, yeah. So all the kids are great. It's probably my favorite part.
Do you guys have enough coaches? That's a lot of teams.
So we're always looking for coaches. The last check I saw, we were hurting a little bit, but not as bad as I was expecting.
Okay.
But yes, we always need coaches.
Do you need to know anything about soccer to coach?
No.
Why do you keep looking at me when you ask those kind of questions?
All right, so funny story. We were short a coach last year, or in the fall, and I was like, well, let me just talk to my wife. Never doesn't even know what a soccer ball is, pretty much. And I was like, hey, I need you to coach, or we're not going to have a season for this group of kids. She was like, oh, okay.
Well, when you put it to her like that.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. And she ended up coming out, and she ended up enjoying it. And I really don't need any experience.
Is she going to do it again?
I don't think so.
No. So we've got soccer. What else is going on?
We're actually, Nixon is fully in the works. We're going to open June 19th for that. And I'm kind of excited to announce that we're working with local food trucks. And we're going to have them come park and you can get your lunch, you can get your dinner from local food trucks. So,
nice.
Not sure who's signing up, but we've put it out there that, hey, this is what we're going to do. Come on out.
Nice.
Let's figure out what we can do. So it'll be exciting to get lunch at the pool again.
Great. What about disc golf?
Disc golf. I don't have anything formal.
Yeah.
We are doing I call like a golf tri-camp, but TRI, so it'll be a day at the driving range, a day at the putt-putt, and then a day playing disc golf for the kids.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so it'll be their chance to try out golf.
Nice.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a day camp coming up?
Day camp, yep. So we're full into getting day camp. Everything, summer and spring sign-up registration, everything like that, we're up and live. All the flyers are going out to the school soon, and we have them all at City Hall ready for anybody who wants to come.
So if you don't live in the city but you live in the county, can you still participate in those things?
You don't even have to live in the county. You can live in Washtenaw. You can live in any county. Nice. We welcome everybody.
Oh, that's so good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about for adults? Adults like to stay active?
So softball is just kicking off. Adult soccer's kicking off. Registration for both of those are open and ready. And then in the summer, we're going to have kind of an informal pickleball league.
Okay.
Kathy Lincoln is going to be kind of heading that off for me. And then we're going to obviously our normal golf leagues and all of that.
Yeah, very cool. What would you like people to know about youth sports? Obviously, all over the internet, you see bad behavior everywhere, right? And it happens.
Mostly by parents.
Yeah, it's bad parents everywhere living vicariously through their children. But talk a little bit about youth sports and what it's actually designed for.
So I've done a lot of research into this, and I know, like I said, this sounds so cliche, but this is the formative years for the kids, and this is their chance to not only learn the sport, but understand essentially the power dynamic of this is your coach, this is the official, they're all out there to help you. You know, you need to kind of understand that they're not out here to be detrimental to you, they're here to help you, and that kind of starts with the parents talking them through, hey, you know, you don't need to argue every call, you don't need to, you know, be out there kind of making you looking silly essentially. So just make sure everybody understands everybody's out there to have a good time, learn, and we're all just trying to grow together.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of you see the bad stuff, but there's a lot of good stuff out there as well.
Yeah, and I think a lot of a lot of these kids look up to these pro athletes, and they see them out there, you know, trying to, you know, flop to get a call, or, you know, what they do after the game. It's like, just focus on the game, focus on the fun part.
Have you picked up any new sports or activities since you've been to town?
I honestly gotta say golf. I used to golf like maybe once every 5 years, and actually just played Friday.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
And I played at the city course. They've done a wonderful job cleaning up from the storms and everything. So it was great. Was out there, had a good time.
Nice.
The course was a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I can't remember what hole. I think it was hole 12, where it's just like basically like straight uphill, and I'm looking at it like, yeah, this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. But you enjoyed it?
I loved it. It was awesome. It was. Oh yeah.
What do you think about Jackson? I mean, we like having you here.
I love it. I just came into. Just say I was shocked with how welcoming and how small town it truly feels, because being from outside of Jackson, outside of that community, everybody thinks, oh, Jackson's a big town. No, it has been so welcoming and so open, and it just feels like such a small town. A perfect example, I was golfing on Friday and I ran into the Patterson brothers, Marcus and Jeremy. And it was just like, hey, how's it going? You know, giving each other hugs, and, you know, so it truly feels like.
If that was at the golf course, they might have been gambling, huh?
No, I don't think so. So no, it truly does feel like a small community, which is wonderful to me.
Well, and Parks and Rec just makes our community that much better.
Right. Yeah.
It's got to feel good to be a part of that.
Oh, absolutely. Just it gives me the chance to have my hand in a little bit of everything. You know, from the sports to the daddy-daughter dance. You know, I kind of get to be a part of it all.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful.
Well,
good stuff. A lot of good things happening. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit the city's website, or you can call Mason, and he can definitely point you in the right direction. Mason, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Mason Kaiser from the City of Jackson Rec Department. Melissa Burgett will join us right after this quick break.